In case 3, we are examining another referential integrity issue that has to do with populating the table. So we open it. If we go to relationships, let's read the instructions. You have just completed activity 1, and now you're in the process of populating your tables. You decide to start with table beach. In that table, you have so far added the beach name, the beach type, and you need now to add data for the district ID with 1. What happens when you try? So we need just to go to the beach table. There's 3 fields in there. Actually added the beach type and the beach name, and we need to put district 1. Let's go and do it. We go to the beach table. As we can see here, we've got 1 castle, beach type sandy, and district ID 1. And let's move on. We'll close the table. We can't save this record at this time. It was saved up to now, the data was fine, but now it tells us that it can't be saved. So we have no other option than to say yes. However, it was caused by our putting district ID 1 here. Let's say yes. Let's open it again to see, yeah, it didn't save it. So what is the problem? We go back to the relationship. Referential integrity rule states that data in this field must match the data that is in this field, and vice versa. The data in this field must match all the data in the district ID field of the primary table. Let's go to the district ID table and see what's happening. We see that there is no data here. If there was a district ID, for instance 1, if we had 1 and we added a name, for instance Finsbury, and volunteer ID 1 or what have you, we filled in this data and it says 7 because it's an auto number. So basically we started filling that and that appeared, number 7. If we close the relationship, we go back to the beach table and we put 7, it will work. It worked because it exists. We added it here. The problem is though that, let's go back to the datasheet view. As we are populating the tables one by one, so let's delete this. We can't delete it now because it's on the other table. So we have to delete this. We have to delete this in order to delete this. Say that we have many tables and we want to start populating. We've got the tables, we've got, for instance, the beach database. If we have this data here and we want to look at this data and populate our tables here, then we can't hustle ourselves trying to do first fill in the data in the primary table in order to be able to do it in the related table. So basically, what do you think we should do here? Because we've got, let's say, 10 tables. We can't sit down and think what is correct and what not. The trick there is to delete the relationship that is causing this problem, fill in the data, and then once all the tables are filled in, we relate them again. So once we finish activity 1, where all the tables are related, for instance, all our tables are related with relationships like this, when we go into activity 2 now, and we need to put the data inside the table when we're instructed to do so, the conclusion here is that it's best not to have relationships, delete them. Once we fill in the tables, we have to go back and relate them again. That is another problem. We might start moving on with our database with tables unrelated, like so. So just tables like this. But then all our queries will be wrong. Another problem with this is that when we create lookups as well, is that we have to learn to delete the relationships and implement them again. Delete and implement. So it is on and off. Therefore, it's not as if we learned how to do this once and we can move on with the database, we have to learn to keep on deleting and re-implementing them, deleting and re-implementing them over and over whenever needed. We have to become experts in this. Okay,